Ready? Okay. Namo tassa 3 times to pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So after enlightenment, the Buddha spent 7 weeks around the Bodhi tree. So today we have to introduce all the places one after another. This is an AI drawing. I asked AI to draw. Right? That's why is it easier to remember. So we have already known the first week under the Bodhi tree. So another we have already known after enlightenment, the Buddha uttered Anikachari Samsara. We call in Bali Udhana. Udhana means we have so much joy, we cannot keep in our mind, we speak out something. That's called Udhana. So you have already know Anikachari Samsaram. So you can read any translation, right? You may have all the translation into English, Vietnamese, Chinese, Nepalese. Then you can read by yourself. Then one more thing, after Udana, the Buddha entered into many different attainments under the Bodhi tree. We have already mentioned before, Sujata's meal. Right? After having Sujata's meal, the Buddha will enter many different attainments. That's why it's more very, very beneficial for donors. When the Buddha was entering many different attainments, then we have one case that is some devas, they have a doubt about the Buddha's attainment. They thought Buddha hadn't attained Buddhahood. He was still practicing to dispel doubts of Devas and Brahmas. The Buddha performed the twin miracle of water and fire. So you have already known this one. There are some Devas and Brahmas. They have attained path and fruition knowledge in the previous Buddha's dispensation. Since they had attained path and fruition knowledge, they don't have any doubt about the Buddha and Buddha attainment. Only Buddhujana, commoner, or ordinary Devas and Brahmas had that kind of doubt. They thought Buddha was still sitting there. Then there will be something he had to do. He may need to perform some of his duties. That is why he cannot stand up. They have that kind of doubt. That is why the Buddha display terminal chords. So when you have been to Bodh Gaya, you may have known this is in the west of Mahabodhi Temple. This is the first week. The Buddha just enter into different types of attainments. Just live peacefully. Then we have the next week. After Sattasattāha, we have the next one. That is Animisa Sattasattāha. Okay, not quite clear, right? I will point with a little yellowish color. This one. So Buddha gaze Bodhi tree and also Aparajita throne, standing there, entering attainment. The Buddha spent 7 days again. This is second week. We call Animisa Sattasattāha. Unblinking 7 days, right? Animisa means we don't. That means Buddha keep open his eyes. He didn't blink his eye. Then we have the third week. Actually, only the first week there's some event. Second week, no other events. Buddha just stand there, gazing at Bodhi tree and Aparajita Palanga. The third week, Changamana Sattasattāha, walking. Okay, this place. So in the middle of Bodhi tree, right? Sorry, Mahabodhi Temple. This is the north of Mahabodhi Temple. When you go there, you can see many different lotus flowers put in there. So 7 days, the Buddha meditating and walking in that place. This also entering many different types of attainments. This is the third week. Now 4 weeks. We call Ratanaghara Sattasattāha. Ratanaghara means jewel house. Okay, this place. So Ratanaghara Sattasattāha, when Buddha was spending 7 days in Ratanaghara Sattasattāha, the Buddha trying to review or reflect Tipitaka. That means how previous Buddha give Dhamma talks. How kind of information previous Buddha give to the listeners? How previous Buddha give instruction to meditators? So people may ask, are Tipitaka will be the same? We can say more or less the same. Right? Every Buddha will say the same. More or less the same means sometimes according to listeners' condition, the Buddha will have different teaching. We cannot say exactly the same, right? So when the Buddha was reflecting in Tipitaka, for example, like reflecting Vinaya, how previous Buddha laid down the rules. When the Buddha reflects Sutta also, like Digha Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, every type of collections. Finally, when the Buddha reflects Abhidhamma, then the brightness from his body become brighter, more brilliant. Then there's also some question, why did this happen? So Buddha also mentioned the light of wisdom. That means when our wisdom faculty become very sharp and strong, there will be brighter light. Okay, practically for meditator, when you can stabilize your mind, when you can calm your mind, you can see the light. When you have very strong faith and confidence, you can see the light. So here in the case of the Buddha, when he reflects Abhidhamma, we call in Pali, Abhidhamma is a Naya Sagara. Naya means methods. Sagara means ocean. The ocean of methods. So the Buddha uses many different methods in Abhidhamma. That's why ocean of methods, Naya Sagara. What about the Buddha wisdom? We call in Bali Jnana Sagara, the ocean of wisdom, or the ocean of knowledge. So many different methods, very wise wisdom. He could reflect every way. The wisdom faculty becomes sharper, stronger. There's a one statement, one simile mentioned in the commentary. Like a big fish in a small pool cannot play as he like. Big fish in a big pool or big lake, he could play as he like. So now, Abhidhamma is like an ocean. Bodh is like a big fish. He could play as he like. So more joyful, brighter, also sharper wisdom, brighter light. So that is why whenever we talk about Ratanaghara Sattasattāha, we talk about Abhidhamma. In reality, the Buddha reflects all Tipitaka, not only Abhidhamma. Actually, even AI, it has mentioned Abhidhamma actually. You cannot see the description, right? Very clearly. But in reality, not Abhidhamma. Buddha reflects all types of teaching. This is the 4th week. Now where's the 5th? The 5th one is Ajabala Sattaha. Banyan tree. Gold heart banyan tree, right? Then there are many people, they are like feeding the goat there, right? Around the area. That's called Ajabala. So under that Bodhi tree, there are 2 main events. Today Dhamma talk will be about these 2 mainly. The first one is one of the Brahmin, Hunhunka, approached the Buddha and asked question. You know, Hunhunka, what's the meaning of Hunhunka, right? Actually, he was very arrogant, very stubborn. That's why his name Hunhunka. And he approached the Buddha and asked some question. Venerable Kodama, by what quality does one become true Brahmin in noble one? What are the qualities that make one a noble person? Okay, here we say Brahmin, Brahmana. If we say Brahmana, the Brahmin are also called Brahmana according to their lineage. We call it Jati Brahmana. Since they were born, they were born as a Brahmana. They are called Jati Brahmana. But here, Hunhunka is a Jati Brahmana. He asked the Buddha, what make true Brahmin? From Buddha's point of view, we can say from Buddha's perspective, Samana means, or the Brahmana means the one who can expel or give up evil. That is called Brahmana. In Bali, we call Bahita Baba. That means he put aside evil deeds, evil speech, and evil thoughts. That's what the Buddha said. What the Buddha means, Brahmana. Asking that, the Buddha also had to give the answer that the Buddha explained. Free from evil. Bahita Baba Dhammo. We have already mentioned the one, right? Bahita Baba Dhammo. This is a regular definition in Pali. Whenever the Buddha used the Pali word Brahmana, we have to remember this one, Bahita Baba. Freed from evil. He has completely discarded all evil and then sinful state. That's called Bahita Baba Dhamma. So we have already mentioned many things about akusala before, especially when we talk about bhikkhu and four great omen, right? If we say wholesome, it must be beneficial in this very life, in the future. It must be beneficial for ourselves, beneficial for all other living beings. This is one thing. Wholesome deed must be blameless. Okay, now here we say evil. Evil means blamable. So if someone is free from blamable action, speech, and thoughts, that is called Bahita Baba, Brahmana. The next one, free from arrogance. He has completely free from arrogance, pride, and then haughtiness. We call Nikasawo. So here we say arrogance or pride. If we say pride or arrogance, then we have to understand two different things. Whenever we talk about mana, we also say inferior mana, superior mana, equal mana. We also have to say yathawa mana and ayathawa mana. That means there are some types of mana. We still accept the truth. That kind of mana is possible for everybody. That means not very harmful mana. Sometimes, although we know the truth, we cannot accept. That kind of mana is toxic. So mana can be eradicated by arhata path and fruition knowledge. Even anagami, they may have mana. Sattasattāha also have mana. Sakadagami also have mana. But their mana is not so strong. When they know the truth, they may accept it. So here in the case of this Brahmin, Hohonga, he was so arrogant that he cannot attain any path and fruition knowledge. The Buddha also knew it. He's very arrogant, very stubborn. He will not listen respectfully. But he may not attain any path and fruition knowledge. But for his parami, the Buddha gives Dhamma talk. So this is also called Brahmin, right? Free from arrogance. Okay, now the next one. Pure from defilements. So he is free from the stains of impurity of defilements. Okay, here we should mention the Nikasawa, right? This is also Nikasawa. Everybody wants a Niho Hongo, sorry. People want a Niho Hongo, this one's a Nikasawa. Okay, here I mention defilements. Actually, we have many types of defilements. Some of the defilements are very gross. Also, it will lead us to break precepts. In Pali, we call Vitikama Kilesa. So when people have very strong defilements, they make many mistakes. They make problem. This is called Vitikama Kilesa. For example, somebody become very greedy. They don't follow the precepts. They don't follow rule and regulations. Similarly, hatred or anger, it can break precepts. Similarly, arrogance, mana, right? Doubt, vitikita. So all these types of defilements, when it becomes very strong, it will cause us to break precepts. This is called vitikama kilesa. That means when we have kilesa, we cannot be free from evil. We have a second types of defilements. In Pali, we call priyuthana kilesa, like arousing kilesa. That means we don't make any serious actions. We don't break any precepts. Mentally, we feel discomfort. Okay, for example, when you get angry, sometimes you may scold or you may quarrel, right? This means you break precepts. You harm somebody. But sometimes you get angry, you just keep inside your mind. You don't disturb anybody. You don't break precepts, but not comfortable in your mind. This is called priyuthana kilesa. So when we have this kind of kilesa, so our mind is we have wrong thoughts, right? So previous one, priyuthana, vitikama, action and speech. This is called breaking precepts. In the case of priyuthana, mentally, we have wrong thoughts, mentally discomfort. Then last night we have already talked about latent tendency or underlying defilements. In Pali we call anusaya kilesa. So normally it will not arise. When some conditions arises, they will appear naturally. So now we don't have greed. When we see something desirable, greed may arise naturally. When we see something undesirable, dosa may arise naturally. This is called anusaya kilesa. So pure from defilements means we must be free from all types of defilements. So if we don't have any defilements, our actions, speech, thought become very pure. So you can also link to previous two, right? Bahita Baba, free from evil. Another thing is Nihunhunka, free from arrogance. Now, Nikasawa, pure from defilements. Okay, now we have the last one about this topic, self-restraint. So he has a well-controlled mind, applying himself diligently to meditation and moral restraint, yatato. Here in Bali we call yatato. This is called self-restraint. Here we also say well-trained or well-controlled mind. Sometimes when we use control mind, people will also misunderstand, right? Actually, we can say training mind. We have to train our minds, right? This is called self-restraint. Training minds are not that easy, right? Very difficult. The more difficult then is a training mind. So for training, we need to know meditation subject. right? All the meditation subjects are for training mind. So these are the quality of a Brahmin. So we should say previous one, previous three, right? Previous three, free from adami, free from evil, free from arrogance, pure from defilements. Okay, these are about negative, right? Right? These are a negative idea, right? All are negative. That means evil, negative, arrogance, negative, defilements, negative. But here, training is positive. So that means, although we cannot be free from defilements now, if we are training to be free from defilements, this is called self-restraint. Although we are not yet free from arrogance, if we are training our mind to be free from arrogance or stubbornness, this is also self-restraint. Although we are not free from evil yet, if we are training ourselves to be free from evil, that's called self-restraint. When somebody have all these three, all these four, we can say that is Brahmana. So after saying that the Brahmin didn't say yes or no, then he left. So this is also Dhamma talk, but not beneficial for listeners. Right? That means listener cannot attain path and fruition knowledge. Just for parami in the future. For this purpose, the Buddha delivered Dhamma talk. Okay, all these then happen in Sattasattāha, the cohort banyan tree, right? Then we have to move Mara's daughter. Okay, now I have to go back to background story about Mara's daughter. After defeated, before the sunset, right? Now how many weeks already? 5 weeks, right? 5 weeks already. So the fifth, we're going to know, not yet 5 weeks, 5th weeks, right? Not yet 5th weeks, because 4 weeks passed already, now in the 5th weeks. So after defeated, Mara feel very sad. He felt very sad. Why I cannot win Siddhartha Gautama? He also came to know Siddhartha had Dana Parami, but I don't have Dana Parami. That's why I cannot win. Siddhartha had Sila Parami. Siddhartha had fulfilled Sila Parami. I hadn't fulfilled Sila Parami yet. I cannot win. Okay, you can imagine all 10 perfections, 10 paramis. You reflect one after another. Then, when somebody feels very sad, you can also imagine his appearance is not quite good, right? But his daughter approached him and asked, why you are so sad? Then I was defeated by Gautama. Okay, in this way, we were trying to subdue him. We were destroying his virtues. They approached the Buddha. As you have already known, Buddha does not have any defilements. They cannot win the Buddha also. Now here we should talk about Mara's armies. We can say defilements. So Mara will not come to see us, but we we are surrounded by Mara's armies. Okay, now we will start one by one. Description will be a little bit small, maybe, right? Kama, sensual pleasure, material objects. This is also called Kama. So when people have sensual pleasure, they forget to practice, right? This is also Mara's army. So sometimes people want to enjoy many new things, new foods, right? Then all are called pleasurable. People are following new thing every day, right? Many new technologies, right? The first year when I came to Nepal, then Dhamma, we don't have AI, right? Second year I came to give Dhamma here, no AI yet. Last year I started using AI to get Dhamma in this monastery. So that means every single month there's some upgrade, huh? New things. We follow new thing, it will be endless. Okay, anyway, many things we can enjoy. Okay, for the AI also we can also use for Dhamma, we can also use for enjoyment. Right? It depends on how we use. So the main thing is sensual pleasure. If we follow many enjoyable things, this is Mara's army. We are surrounded by Mara's army. Second one, arati. Arati also can translate as discontent with monastic life or disinterested in studying and practicing in the Dhamma. Also, dislike for solitude. This is called second army. Okay, here we can also say arati means not happy. Right? Not happy with ordinary life. This is also called arati. Not happy with learning Buddha teaching. This is also arati. Not only that, not happy with meditation also. So that means when we are learning, there are many interesting things. Of course, every education system, some of the subjects are very, very terrible, right? Not that much interesting. I have one of my senior. He talked about Pali grammar. You know, when I learn Abhidhamma, I'm really interesting. But when I learn Pali grammar, very boring, he said. This is really dry object, right? About language, this rule, that kind of sentence construction, that kind of sentence construction, right? We just learn grammar. Very heavy topic. But when we study Abhidhamma, of course, we have specific object, right? When we talk about consciousness, we have to learn different types of consciousness. Similarly, Tirasika, mental factors, different types of mental factors. Materiality, also different types of materialities. Also about meditation, everything will be in Abhidhamma, Abhidhamma Sangha. So like there are also we also have some other texts. Like a Bodh Gaya. Bodh Gaya means Pali composition, about composing stanza. Very boring. Very strict rules. Right? Then similarly, we also have like a Pali dictionary, Abhidhamma Patipika. We also have to learn Pali dictionary. Whether we like or not, we have to learn. So that means even in our Pali school, when we are learning, some subjects are really interesting, some of them are not really interesting. So if we are not interested in learning also, this is the Maharaj army. When you are practicing now meditation, right? When you are meditation also, when your mind does not incline to meditation subjects, you are not very happy with your meditation subjects, this is Maharaj army already. So not only that, not delighting in solitude, quiet place, this is also called arati. So we don't want to live in quiet place, isolated area, or in solitude, right? This is called arati. This is the second army. Now we have to go to the next one. Kubipasa. Kubipasa means hunger and thirst. So that means it depends on the food we eat also, right? Sometimes we can eat well, not that much hungry, not that much thirsty, okay, we can meditate. Then when we don't have good foods, when we have a lot of complaint, right? So this is also one of the reasons of laziness. We must be very careful, right? Laziness means sometimes like if we cannot eat well, body become very weak, the mind become very weak also. This become one of the reasons of laziness. Similarly, after eating too much also, we feel very heavy, we feel drowsy again, right? So, Kubipasa, this also hunger and then thirst. So, Maharaj army. This is the third Maharaj army. Now we have to go next one. Tanha, craving. Actually, when we talk about tanha, craving, that means we may be many other attachments. We may have many other attachments. Right? For example, like attachment to do this and that, and right, many things, right? It can be external one, it also can be internal one also, right? Or attachment. Especially in our practice, we also say, I like this method, I don't like this method, right? In the case of meditation, no choice. Right? Sometimes we will say, I prefer Hakasina. I don't want to practice Anapanasati. Right? Some people say, I don't want to practice Brahma Vihara. I don't want to practice Anapana. If you can improve, any subject will be okay. If you cannot improve, no choice. Whether like or dislike, do it. Then we don't be so choosy, right? When we are meditating. Sometimes we also have attachment to previous habits, previous practice also, right? For example, right? Sometimes I also talk to some yogi. Okay, here we should say like a Vietnamese, for example, right? Why don't you speak English? Then, of course, there are many Vietnamese, they can speak in Vietnamese. Although they don't speak English, they can survive. Right? So when they have difficulty to speak, then they go back to their own language. Similarly, many Myanmar bhikkhus, they can read English, they can translate English, but they cannot speak. Because they're scared, right? When they have difficulty, they go to previous one, old one, own language. Okay, the main thing is, Tanhami, attachment to many different things. Attachment to all practice also include here. Then we have the next one, the fifth one, Tina Metta. Okay, Tina Metta, mostly we translate two different things, right? The bodily or mentally, we become sluggish. This is called Tina Metta. The mind become blur or mind become dull. This is also called Tina Metta. Very easy one is drowsiness and sleepiness. Right? This is also Tina Metta. So sometimes we enjoy drowsiness, right? Although you wake up, you don't get up, right? Lying down on the bed, keep your eyes closed, enjoying sleepiness, drowsiness, right? This is Mara's army. So actually, in the case of drowsiness, like sleeping, right? We have three things mentioned in the text. Sayapasa. Saya Sukha. Saya means like a bed, or now modern society becomes like a cushion or mattress or sofa, right? This is called Saya. So if our bed is so luxurious, we're also enjoying the luxury, right? This is called Saya Sukha. Saya Sukha. Now the Pasa Sukha, it will be different enjoyments, right? There are some people, they just lie on the bed, enjoying luxury. Some people, they just lying down in one side, right? Some people, they just face down and enjoy. This is called Pasami side, different side of the body, right? For example, left side, right side, back and front, enjoying, touching with the bed. This is called Pasasukha. Okay, Metta Sukha, as I have already mentioned, although we wake up, we don't get up. Keep eyes closed and enjoying drowsiness. This is called Metta Sukha. All these are Mara's armies. But here we have a mattress in every single bedroom, right? But in Pao, I don't use mattress. I don't use sofa. My bed is very simple. It's easier, right? Not so much luxurious. So if we are so luxurious, we will enjoy it, mind become a little bit weak to meditate. That means we become lazy to meditate because we enjoy a lot of enjoyable things, right? Luxuries. Now we have to go next one. This one is Biru. Biru means fear. So in the case of fear, it can be many types of fear. For example, like in the talks, we may be scared of ghosts or something, right? Fear of ghosts. This is also called Biru. Then you may say, okay, now if I'm so diligent, Mara will attack me, right? That kind of fear also Biru. Sometimes if we have many wrong thoughts, especially like in the isolated area, right? If we are going to live alone, when we have wrong thoughts, then we may be scary very easily, because we don't feel safe. Okay, I should say some practical case to handle, right? So sometimes people also have a lot of scary at night. They're scared, they are fear of the ghost or something, right? That we have to look around very clearly. For example, okay, now we switch off all the light. If we go outside, look around. All the trees are also like shaking, right? Moving because blown by the wind. If you have wrong thoughts, or goes coming, or goes shaking, right? Then similarly, when seeing like a branch also, we can say, oh, this snake, right? Then there are many, many similar cases. When seeing something or when hearing something, we may be scary, we may be worried. Then this is called biru. So then we may have a right thought almost all the time, right? Don't think about goals or don't reach. How to call this one? Vampire or something? Like some now Monastery is very, very famous, right? Movie or that kind of things, like a vampire movie or vampire novel or that kind of things, right? Sound like a magic vampire. Okay. That kind of movie. There's another term about vampire, right? I don't know the one in English. There's another term, right? The one. No, not because another term also. Huh? Huh? What's good? Dracula, sure, Dracula, right? So that means don't think about that kind of things, right? That means if you think about that kind of fearful things, whatever thing you see, you may have fear. Biru, this is also one of the Mara's army. Okay, on the next one. Vichikicha. Doubts. So doubt about the practice. Okay, so now you are practicing anapanasati. If you cannot improve, you may have doubt about your practice. Am I wrong? Or maybe meditation method is wrong? So sometimes, if we are not very skillful, then we were stuck in one place very long time. It can be few years. It also can be 10 years old. Right? Then we have a very strange yogi in Nepal. She's from China. She started practicing with Urevata. Then some people may not know Urevata. Urevata is also English-speaking meditation teacher. He's 7 years earlier than Kovida. He became teacher 7 years earlier than Kovida. Right? Then he's 7 years earlier than me in power. So she started with Urevata. Then Anapanasati. Purely Anapanasati. So 7 years with Urevata, right? Then, okay, we share duty later. Urevata and me, we share duties. So 10 years with Urevata, sharing with Kovida also at the time, right? Then, in maybe around 10 years later, she could see Nimitta. So after she could see Nimitta, where Urevata also retired. And he was sick, so I have to teach that's Mahayana Bhikkhuni. That means 10 years too much, right? If somebody had to spend 10 years like this, they may give up. I don't think I can improve. But she didn't give up. So finally, she could see the nimitta, right? So doubt. Sometimes if we cannot improve, we have doubt about the practice. Doubt about the way we are doing. We may have doubt about our ability also. The bigger problem is the doubt about ability. Right? Many people say, I don't think I can see nimitta in this very life. How much have you ever thought like that? Actually, we must believe. We can see the light, we can see nimitta, right? Believe ability. If we have a doubt about samatha or vipassana or our own ability This is Maharaj's army. Okay, now the next one. Mecca and then Tamba. Mecca means ingratitude. Then we can also say destroying others' reputation. This is called Mecca. Okay, you may have known some story. Even in Vinaya, we have one rules. We can say two rules, right? One is a bhikkhu. He say, I know Buddha teaching, right? So he interpret something wrong. That means he used Buddha teaching to cover his mistake, to do many things, to do something wrong. That means destroying Buddha's reputation, destroying Buddha's Dhamma reputation also, right? So that means sometimes we try to destroy other people's reputation, or we are ingratitude. Although somebody had been doing many things good for us, we don't feel any gratitude. We don't pay back any gratitude. We don't think we don't feel thankful, right? This kind of mindset, this is called Tamba. Mecca, sorry. In the case of Tamba, Tamba is also stubbornness or arrogance. So here we have one simile about Tamba, right? Or arrogance. There's one simile about a snake swallowing an iron bar. When snake go here and there, one snake run very fast, right? They have to cuff their body, right? After that, they have to move and they have to run. After swallowing an iron bar, it cannot cuff body anymore, cannot run anymore. This is the nature of Tamba, mana, or arrogance or stubbornness. When we become arrogant or stubborn, we will not improve anymore. We were stuck in one place continuously. This is the nature of Tamba. Okay, now we have to move. The next one. Number 9. Lava, etc. Actually, here we have to explain many things about the toxics or intoxic, and we say toxic, which is right? Lava, gain. Mostly people want to get material from many people, right? They would work for profit. Okay, for example, even in meditation, there are some people, they just think about profit. Sometimes they don't think about profit, they want to improve themselves, right? They want to know, they want to experience something new. Okay, similarly, meditation instructor, meditation teacher also, many different intentions, right? Some teacher, they just give instructions for gain. They will give Dhamma talk, they get a lot of money, right? For this reason, they just give teaching or they just conduct retreats. This is called lava. Siloka. Siloka means fame. People want to be famous. This is also one of the crazy things, right? Many people are trying to be famous. So if we expect gain and fame, this is also Maharaj's army. Okay, now here we should continue with the similar term. In Bali we call Sakkara. Sakkara means special treatment. Okay, special treatment means people give special favor, right? That means you are special, that's fine. I have to give special living place, special clothes, like this, right? This is called sakkara. So when we are in the community, we should not think I'm a special or we are special. If we think I'm a special, it becomes toxic. It's a Mara's army. Right? How many times have you ever thought I'm a special? If you ever thought I'm a special, I'm extraordinary, right? If you have that kind of mindset, Mara's army. Then we have another pariva, Mita Ladocha Yoyaso. We have this usage, right? That means Mita Lata means that means the gods, faith, or followers by doing many things wrong. This is called Mita Lata Yasa. Okay, now for popularity, we may create something, we may make something new, right? Something strange things. Then people will be very interesting. Then we become popular, but also not sure, right? So then popularity comes from people we are not sure. So Michalatami, okay, if I say easier way for understanding, you may have many arhats in your life. In Vietnam, we have a lot of arhat, right? In Nepal, we may have many arhats. Right? They have very good building, very luxurious living place. They also have very big amount of money in the bank. Right? That kind of arhat, right? The bigger problem is a very big amount of money in the bank. Right? They declare they are arhat. People believe, follow that kind of arhat. You can also know that kind of, you can also see that kind of arhat in China a lot. In Nepal, we have a lot of arhat like this. Right? They become very famous for a few years. After that, no more. Nobody believes them. That means they become popular. Many people follow them because of something wrong. They do something wrong. This is called Mita Lata Yasa. This is also Mara's army. So these are really very big problem in the community also, right? Mostly people think about gain and faith. This is a big problem. They also do many strange things, many unusual things, like many crazy things, right? Then this is Mara's army. Okay, now we have to move the next one. The last one also. Attokansana and Parawambana. Attokansana means self-exaltation. Exaltation, sorry. Yeah, exaltation means we just trying to reveal our quality too much. Right? Whenever we meet people, I'm this kind of good person. I'm that kind of good person. Right? We want to show who we are in the public. This is also Mara's army. Then Parawambana. Parawambana also blaming other people, disparaging other people. So that means I'm in good, they are bad. Right? We have that kind of approach to the people, right? This is called Attokansana Parawambana. Then we may say, how I'm in good, how other people are bad. Then this is also Attokansana Parawambana. So when we have this kind of thinking, I'm always good, they are always bad, right? Then this is Mara's army. So altogether we have 10 Mara's army. Although Mara doesn't come to see us or to disturb us, we still have these 10 armies around us. Which one is the strongest in your life, in your practice? Please check. If you are surrounded by Mara's army, you cannot improve anymore. That is why, right? Although Mara does not come to see us, we are in trouble. So all these things happen in the 5th week, Sattasattāha. Right? Then Bodha also know Mara's army. Bodha also know Maharaj. Bodha also reveal, I know you are Mara. I also know you are armies. So Mara cannot do anything. Okay, now we have to move the next part, right? So 6th week will be in the Muchalinda hill, or Muchalinda lake. Okay, this one. In the south of Mahabodhi Temple, right? This is Muchalinda. So there is very heavy rain. So that means very beginning of rainy season maybe, right? Not yet rainy season, but start raining already. This is normal. That is why in Naga, Mujalinda Naga, protect the Buddha with his body, coin, right? But he just coin his body around the Buddha like a wall. He make his flag, he make his head flag and project above like a roof. This is called Mujalinda. Then finally, the last week in Rajayatana, you cannot tree there. This is the last week. So 7 weeks, Buddha doesn't have any meal. But the last week, the Buddha meets 2 merchants from Uttarapatha. Sorry, Ukalapa, sorry. So they offer the Buddha honey cake. So we can imagine 49 days, no meal. Just enjoying the bliss of attainment. Now, after 49 days, the first meal, again, after enlightenment, offered by Tapusan and Balika. So they also take Prevachika Saranakamana, that means only, we get a Devajin, right? Not Shabajin yet. That means only Buddha and Dhamma, no Sangha yet at the time. So Buddha Saranagachami and Dhamma Saranagachami, only 2. So these are the first devotees of the Buddha. Although the Buddha delivered Hohonga, right? He was not Buddha's follower. So they are the first follower. Okay, today I should stop here, right? This is for about 49 days around the Bodhi tree. So the different weeks, there will be something different. Something happen in different weeks. So after that, after these 7 weeks, the Buddha also go back to Banyan tree again. Achabala Banyan tree again. The Buddha also reflect about his Dhamma. It will be too long for today. Okay, so after enlightenment, Buddha, so far Buddha hasn't fulfilled his duty yet. Right? So later Buddha will fulfill his duty. So our duty and Buddha duty are two different things, right? Buddha, he has already eradicated defilements. He can guide people to be free from defilements. But we ourselves, we still have defilements. So we have to help each other, right? So blind person leads blind. That's why some of our way of practice are not correct. Sometimes we are correct, right? Because we are blind. Buddha could see clearly, so he could guide right things, right? Okay, anyway, if we follow Buddha guidance, we can also be free from defilements. We can also make ourselves pure. So may you all be able to practice three trainings, and may you all be able to realize final cessation and not suffering. Okay, then you may have question. Oh. No question? Too long, right? Okay.
Dạ, bạch ngài, trên hình video đây có hai vị thương nhân này, theo kinh điển thì có phải chính xác là người Myanmar không ạ? Thì có liên quan đến thờ bảy sự tóc ở Bảo Tháp Seragon.
Sayadaw, in the slide, the two merchants, is it are they Myanmar? Because it's related to the seven Buddha hair in the Shodagon border. So are they Myanmar people?
There will be some argument about it. Right? When we go to Sri Lanka, Devas and Brahmas go to Sri Lanka. There's also pagoda. Right? So there will be many argument about it. So we are not sure. Where is the Ukalapa at the time, right? Okay then, anything? No online question. No online question. Okay. If no question, we can stop, right? Idame bunyam, okay? Idame bunyam asawakaya waham hodu. Idame bunyam nibbanasa bhattayo hodu. Mama bunya bhagam savasatana bhajemi te sabe me sama bunya bhagam lavandu sadhu sadhu sadhu.